What's up, YouTube? Agent Zero here, and today I'm going to be going over a Way of 1,000 Cuts Revelry build. So let's get into it. First, you want the Incendiary Grenade, then the Gambler's Dodge, and whatever jump you want. Triple jump is what I go with. Of course, we're doing Way of 1,000 Cuts. For the weapons, Toil and Trouble, and I'm going to go over what rolls you want on these guns a little bit later. The Trust for the energy and play of the game. For that power, I have all Revelry gear on. Again, I'm going to go over what rolls I have on them in a little bit. Shards of Galanor, that's extremely important. You need to get this exotic if you have Way of the 1,000 Cuts. Now, I know the Revelry event is over, but they do come out with it every once in a while for different things. Shards of Galanor, you definitely want to pick it up as soon as possible. Do not shard that exotic. When we do get the Revelry, this is also important to the build, the Reveler's Tonic. You want to get that grenade boost. So now that we've kind of looked at what I have on, let me talk about what I actually have going on. Way of 1,000 Cuts Incendiary Grenade is awesome for it. Why? Because you're going to be burning targets. When you're burning targets, you're getting your melee back more often. When you get that melee back more often, it plays into what I have on this roll. But first, let's go over my guns. Toil and Trouble. The one thing I like on it is auto loading holster. It's a shotgun. It's a very good shotgun. When you run out of ammo on it, switch to the Trust that I have you equipped in the energy slot, and Toil and Trouble will auto-load itself so you can pull it back out and start shooting right away. You don't have to reload. Now, in the Revelry, you're trying to kill as many enemies as quickly as possible. So I use the Trust, but the Trust has two very good things on it: Dragonfly and Explosive Payload. Both help kill groups of enemies very quickly. Dragonfly, your precision kills create an elemental damage explosion. Explosive Payload, you get those projectiles creating an area of effect damage. So it's helping you take out those groups of enemies quicker. That's one of the things I love about this class setup, is you could take out a lot of enemies at once. I know I say it's a Revelry build, but you can really use it pretty much in any situation that you want to take out a lot of enemies at once. Play the game, just pick a grenade launcher that you like. I love Play the Game. It really does help take out enemies quicker. Now right here, you're going to see Shards of Galanor at its best, especially coupled with Way of 1,000 Cuts. When you're hitting enemies, look at my super energy. I'm getting it back extremely quickly. I almost have it again right after I use it. Then I'm going to be able to pick up one orb, and I'm going to be able to use it again. I'm able to use it over and over because the Way of 1,000 Cuts, the way that's set up. Look at it again. I almost have it back. One more orb, and I'm on top of it. Now, for the way I have the armor set up, just really quickly, because I know we're about halfway through this video. For the helmet, I have hands on. You gain bonus super energy on melee kills. Now, on a Way of 1,000 Cuts, you can get your melee back extremely quickly. Why? Because you have Playing with Fire. When you kill enemies with your melee or when they're burning, again, that's why I have the Incendiary Grenade, because it lights enemies on fire. When you burn enemies to death, you get to get your melee back quickly as possible. Now that couples with hands-on, you're getting that super energy on melee kills, so you're constantly getting that super back. On my gauntlets, again, Shards of Galanor, something you really want so you can call that super back as quickly as possible. That's pretty self-explanatory. On the vest, Unflinching Light Arms, helping out with that hand cannon a little bit more. For the legs, again, this is all Revelry gear, but on the legs, I have the Dynamo, which reduces super cooldown when using your class ability. Pretty much everything is playing off of each other on this build. It really helps do multiple things. It's you're taking out groups of enemies at once, and then when you get to the boss, you're able to call in your super a ton. You're able to help your team melt that boss so you can get through all 5 bosses. Again, Despite the fact that I do say this is a Revelry build, you can use this in a lot of different situations where your melee is helping your super out, and then once you get your super, it's helping itself out where you're tagging up a lot of enemies and you're getting your super back pretty much over and over again. If you guys haven't tried it out, Shards of Galanor also works really well in Mayhem. There are a lot of times where you can get, I know you're getting your super back extremely quickly in Mayhem, but you're getting it back even faster in Mayhem, which is definitely really awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed this Revelry build. I hope you end up using it, whether it's in another event like this, or if you're just using it in strikes or something. Let me know what you think of this build. I definitely love it. It plays off of each other, having hands-on with Shards of Galanor, and then playing with fire. Way of 1,000 Cuts, definitely awesome with Shards of Galanor. I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, let me know what you think in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more Destiny 2 content. Well, until next time, peace.